Hey guys, Seth McClung here, former Major League Baseball player, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the mental side of how we perform on the field. I was looking through Twitter and I saw a tweet that Tom House, renowned pitching coach and pitching kind of guy, talked about the mental side of the game and how you talk to yourself in your head. And what I'm going to go through today is kind of how I progressed mentally through my head and what helped me achieve some success at the major league level. Early on in my career, I was I was too singularly focused on making it to the major leagues. So being in the minor leagues, a lot of everything that was going on didn't really matter because my mind was telling me constantly that you're better than this, you're going to reach your goal. I was constantly that positive reinforcement as far as like you're better than your opponent. And I went after them and pitched that way, and I had success. My early minor league career was outstanding, except for the first year, but after that it was outstanding. I went right after guys. Then I got to the major leagues, and that was my time from 2003 to really 2007 with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And that atmosphere in the clubhouse was so extremely toxic that you would continually get people, and these are the people around you in the clubhouse and outside of the clubhouse, talking negatively about the situation. That carries onto the field. You get that negative thoughts about the team and how good you are, and you feed into that. What you put into your mind is what comes out. And I was getting a lot of that negativity. The clubhouse was negative. You had some teammates that were really toxic, and it was just not a building up type atmosphere. And I really struggled. Lots of self-doubt. I would get on the mound and doubt myself. And then I'd get sent down to the minor leagues, and I was back to, you know what, man, screw this. I'm better than this. Attacking. It wasn't until I got to Milwaukee and had a conversation with Mike Maddox, and it was a really good conversation for me because he just basically said, you know, one day I'm out there, I just got traded, and I'm working on something, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm really working on this new kind of change up or whatever. And Mike's like, well, man, that's great, man. He said, but I saw your tapes, man. You're good. Just be Seth McClung. Just be you. Just go out there and be good. And that really turned the page for me mentally. I really started being positive on the mental side. I had some a consultation with some mental coaches and some things like that. And it kind of bridged those conversations. So now I'm on the mound, and I'm constantly thinking about the positive and being attacking and never letting the situation get above me. I'm right where I need to be mentally. I'm telling, instead of giving up a hit and going like, oh, no, not again. I'm giving up a hit and going, hey, that's all right. Next pitch down and away. Let's get you a ground ball. Let's go. And the way you talk to your mind. And the people at that time, with the exception of one, who I surrounded myself with, were really positive. The clubhouse was positive, and these things have effects. You know, how you are as a teammate has an effect on somebody else that you don't even really realize. So if you're being negative and you're a negative Nilly, and that can bleed over to somebody else. If you're a jerk in the clubhouse and you walk around with a cloud around you, that bleeds into everybody else. And borderline, that was part of the reason Tampa never succeeded until when they got good after 2008, I think. And they got rid of some people, and maybe me included, but they got rid of some people that were really negative on that point. And I tell you what, I had been very toxic myself due to some people around me. And getting rid of those people really helped turn that clubhouse around. And Madden's a pretty positive guy, too. Now, I'm not saying you got to be happy-go-lucky, smiles all the time. Look, I was a pretty intense guy. If I put my glove over my face, I wasn't saying anything nice. There were some bad words coming out. There was some emotion coming out. But the constant getting yourself back into the grind, saying, okay, hey, man, it's all right. You're fine. Let's get you a ground ball. Get out of this. You're one pitch away. Mike Maddox, you're one pitch away. My reset was, hey, man, all right, let's go. You can do this. Was, all right, let's go. All right, let's go. That was my little pat on the butt mentally to myself to get it together. Now, my career after 2009 really kind of to take an askew, and part of that was the people I was surrounding myself with. And guys, this is a message that I really want to kind of hammer home. The person closest to me during that time ended up being my ex-wife now. It was extremely negative, extremely working in my head as far as negative things, and that bled over. So it was such a negative atmosphere at home that it would bleed over into my work, and I let that affect me. And it's one of those things that we try to tell our kids that we coach now, like, be careful who your friends are. You want to pick the right people. And unfortunately for me in my career, I really picked a wrong support system, and it really took me away from the things that I wanted to do. My career from 2010 on to 2014, those last 4 years, I just kind of kicked through. And I would love a redo at that, but obviously we don't get redos in the real world. So what do? I impart this knowledge to you guys. I try to help as many people as I can, explaining like how we work mentally or how we can succeed on the baseball field. And I tell you what, it works in your real life too. If you're around negative people all the time, you're going to be negative. If you take a negative approach to everything, everything's going to come at you negative. But if you're positive and you look at things as opportunities, not just circumstances, but opportunities, things will turn around for you. What you put in is what you get out. And that couldn't be more true. I promise you. So listen, surround yourself with good people. And guys out there, if you're watching this and you're in high school, you're in college, or maybe even if you're a pro guy watching this, and you have a partner or a spouse or a girlfriend or whatever, boyfriend, whatever floats your boat, and that person is detracting you from what your ultimate goal is, understand that you've probably picked the wrong person. And they all have their own demons for whatever reason that they're doing that. But you got to stay focused on what your goals are. Now, when you have a family and you have some things like that, obviously those compromise. But as you're trying to reach your goals, pick the right people around you. And oftentimes with high schoolers and college kids, it's your girlfriend who has that effect on you. And that's not something that we really want, to really get into as far as like putting ourselves down a negative path. So pick positive people to be around you, uplifting people. Parents, here's something I want to hit you with. That conversation on the car ride back home is so important. Don't be negative. Don't tell them how bad that shortstop kicked the ball around. Don't tell them how bad that coach is. Just be like, son, hey, look, we played good. Daughter, hey, look, we played well. And we need to work on these things. It's a shame we lost that game. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's go out there and practice and do better. That is the best thing you could do for your kid, is help them with positive self-talk. Athletics is hard, and it's even harder when you're trying to beat yourself. I'm Seth McClung, former Major League Baseball player. I appreciate the likes, the follows. Please comment. Please share all this stuff. Please follow me on my social media as well. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is all Seth_3773. And you can follow me on Facebook as well. If my travel baseball team is the Florida Gulf Coast Prospects, if you're looking for a travel ball organization who teaches the game the right way, teaches some mental aspects of the game, check us out at FloridaGulfCoastProspects.com. Fill out a player interest form down from the tab. I'll get out to you, I'll get reached to you, and we'll talk about if you plan with our program. So again, thank you for your time. Please like, share, follow.